In a small town, on a morning that felt as gray as his future, a young man named Ethan sat in his car. The engine was off. Silence. He had just lost his job. His savings were gone. Rent was due, and the hunger in his stomach was a sharp, nagging reminder of his failure. Staring at the red light, watching people walk by, he felt a heavy question settle in his heart. How did everything go so wrong? Just then, his gaze fell on an old woman, her arms shaking as she struggled to carry her grocery bags across the street. The light was about to change. Without a second thought, Ethan got out of his car. He rushed over, took the heavy bags from her, and helped her across the intersection. A warm, genuine smile spread across her face. "Thank you, young man," she said, her voice soft but clear. "The world still has good people like you." Her words were like a ray of sunlight piercing through the clouds. It had been so long since anyone had said something kind to him. As they reached the other side, the woman opened her purse and tried to hand him a few dollars for coffee. Ethan gently shook his head. "Please, ma'am," he said. "I didn't help you for money." She smiled again, a twinkle in her eye. "Then promise me you'll use this to do something kind for someone else." Ethan took the money and nodded. A promise he didn't yet realize would change everything. Later that day, he found himself in a small cafe. The smell of coffee, a small comfort. With the few dollars from the old woman, he ordered a cup. While waiting, he noticed a young mother at the counter. Her face flushed with embarrassment as she counted out her coins, trying to buy a sandwich for her little boy. She came up short. Remembering his promise, Ethan walked up to the counter. He paid for her meal, the mother's eyes filled with tears. "You didn't have to do that," she whispered. Ethan just smiled and said, "Just pass it on." That small act of kindness stayed with her, a warm ember in her heart. The very next day, as a heavy rain poured down, she saw a delivery man struggling to carry a mountain of boxes, getting soaked. She didn't hesitate. She ran out with a towel and a bottle of water. Surprised, he asked, "Why are you helping me?" She replied, "Because someone helped me yesterday when I needed it most." That delivery man went home that evening, the woman's words echoing in his mind. Kindness truly multiplies. The next morning, he saw his elderly neighbor trying to fix a broken mailbox, his hands fumbling with the tools. The delivery man spent an hour helping him repair it, not asking for anything in return. The old man was deeply touched. It had been years since a neighbor had shown him such generosity. A week later, that same old man saw a stray dog, shivering and hungry, huddled by the side of the road. He couldn't just walk by. He took the dog home, gave it food, and a warm place to sleep. That lonely stray, who had known nothing but hardship, became his best friend, filling his quiet house with love and companionship. Weeks turned into months, but the chain of kindness never broke, kept moving, an invisible thread weaving its way through the city, connecting strangers, mending hearts, and spreading hope. And what about Ethan, the man who started it all? He eventually found a new job, better than the last. He had no idea how many lives he had unknowingly touched. One evening, as he was closing up his new office, a woman and her young son walked in. It was the mother from the cafe. She handed him a letter. "You helped me once when I couldn't pay for food," she said, her voice full of gratitude. "Because of you, I learned to never stop believing in kindness." Ethan opened the letter. Inside, a simple line was written, "You may not remember me, but I'll never forget what you did." Tears welled up in his eyes. In that profound moment, he understood. Kindness is never wasted. It always finds its way back, often in the most unexpected ways. The next morning, Ethan started something new, a small online page where people could share their own stories of kindness. Within weeks, it exploded. Hundreds, then thousands of people from all over the world began sharing their experiences. Stories of holding a door, of paying for a stranger's coffee, of listening to someone who felt alone. The chain of kindness grew, from one town to the entire world, all because one person chose to help another on a cold, gray morning. So, the next time you have the chance, hold that door open. Smile at a stranger. Offer a helping hand. You never know how far your small act will travel. You might just be the reason someone somewhere believes in goodness again. Because kindness doesn't end with you. It continues endlessly. That is the true, beautiful power of the chain of kindness. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content that inspires. Let's keep the chain going.